For more reaction as to the killing of Osama bin Laden and the future of American policy here and in the Middle East, we're joined now by Brian Katulis. He is a senior fellow at the Center of American Progress in Washington. Brian Katulis, good to have you with us on Surveillance Midday. Can you give us your personal reaction to what you've seen in Washington today? I mean, Washington is a company town. It's a government town.
Yes.
What's been the reaction today?
Well, look, after a lot of nonsense with birth certificates and birthers and all of this sort of non-news, I think Washington is gripped by the fact that this is a historic and seismic event, and that it could actually get us to turn the page on what I think has been a very tough decade or so, nearly since these attacks. And I think there's a sense that we can actually shape the agenda. And this is a president who does what he says he was going to do. He said as a candidate he was going to kill bin Laden. He got that done. Box checked. So I think people are looking to now the challenges ahead, how to deal with Pakistan, how to actually bring the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq to a close and keep Americans safe at the same time.
Now, Brian, you have some expertise when it comes to Pakistan. You've spent a lot of time there. Indeed, you just said that you were on a television program in Pakistan just moments ago. What was the subject, and tell us what the reaction is there?
Well, Pakistanis on this program, and there were 2 Americans here in Washington and 2 in Islamabad, Pakistanis, talking. I think there's a sense of embarrassment on the part of the Pakistani government and the Pakistani people that bin Laden was in a location not far from their capital, in a town, Abbottabad, that actually has the military academy for the Pakistani military. So it's kind of like our West Point. And the fact that he was such a high-value target was right underneath their noses. I think there needs to be more discussion and investigation into this because, look, we got to rely on countries like Pakistan to deal with these threats that continue from al-Qaeda. But if they're not going to play ball with us, then we've got to act in a way that I think President Obama has decided to. In this instance, to get bin Laden, but then also in the hundreds of drone strikes that he actually conducted in the last 2 years, targeting militants like bin Laden. So I think the sense in Pakistan, again, is one of embarrassment. We should have taken care of this ourselves, or we better cooperate better with the U.S. because they understand that al-Qaeda had declared war on Pakistan as well, and that I think hopefully the time for double dealing and passive-aggressive behavior on the part of serious countries like Pakistan is over when it comes to terror.